Hello and welcome to round 3 of our League Cup. On the left-hand side, we have Juan Salazar from San Antonio. On the right-hand side, we have again Ryan Brown. So we got right into this game. You can see it's Volcanion versus Mega Mewtwo Garbodor. So Ryan going first, starting with Mewtwo, that Shatter Shot Mewtwo. We did see an end come down. Gonna let both opponents shuffle up and draw 6 cards. So let's see what they draw. Like I said, both players are from San Antonio. Again, we're grateful that they came down to visit us and play in our tournament, so that was pretty cool. We see an Ultra Ball coming down from Ryan, probably going to be searching for a Hoopa, I would assume. Discarding a Mewtwo in the process. So we could see a Hoopa, or Ryan, of course playing Garbodor, could opt to go for that Trubbish this turn, which actually might be the better play. So again, he's eyeing, I see the Trubbish at the top of the deck, or maybe the Hoopa, unless the Hoopa's already in hand. There's another purple Pokemon in there. So let's see, you'll see a Trubbish. Garbodor is really good in this matchup. Of course, stopping that Steam Up ability is crucial to winning this game. So we did see a Trubbish hit the field. Let's see what Ryan has in hand. We did see a Mewtwo and a pass. Onto Juan's turn. Fighting Fury Belt going onto that baby Volcanion. Trainer's Mail going to look at the top 4 cards of his deck and allow him to grab any item that he sees, or trainer I should say. So we see a Max Elixir. I do believe that Juan has a Volcanion EX in his hand, so we will be able to Max Elixir to that on the bench if he so chooses. So we'll see Ron shuffle up. We'll see a Volcanion EX at the bench, attachment to the active baby Volcanion, a Steam Up, and a Max Elixir. So let's see if he hits the Max Elixir. We do see a Fire Energy going to be able to attach onto the Volcanion. So pretty good turn 1 for Juan so far. He does have a support for the turn. Of course, he's still going to be able to Power Heater, get more energy in play. It just depends on how much energy can he get into the discard this turn. So we'll see Professor Sycamore coming down, drawing 7 new cards. See Via Seeker, I believe that's a Lysander, Floatstone. We'll see a Floatstone onto Volcanion EX, making sure that they can't be Lysandered up and stalled for the turn. And we'll just see a Power Heater for 50 damage, 60 damage because of that Fighting Fury Belt and the Steam Up. Back onto Ryan's turn. Has a couple of options. Looks like he's just going to Via Seeker for that N and play it. So I'll both players shuffle up. We'll talk about the matchup really quick. Mega Mewtwo does a ton of damage to Volcanion, right? But Volcanion can do just as much damage to Mewtwo. The crucial card in this matchup is Garbodor. With Garbotoxin, Volcanion can only hit for a maximum of 140 with the Fighting Fury Belt. So if you're able to deny your opponent that Steam Up ability, the matchup becomes heavily in Mewtwo's favor. So we'll see what the players draw off of this. And Ryan mulling over his options. Has an energy for attachment for the turn. We see a third Mewtwo coming down. But we don't see a Floatstone. We don't see anything like that to help out the matchup. Can't get the Garbodor in play just yet. And we'll see a Shatter Shot for 30 damage. Back onto Juan's turn. Another Floatstone in hand. We see a second Volcanion EX come down. And another baby Volcanion. So we haven't seen any Stadium from Juan yet, but I'm assuming he plays Skyfield. We haven't seen a Hoopa or a Shaman come down either. So Juan still has quite a bit of resources left in his deck. Even though this is the second turn, obviously, right? So we see a VS Seeker off that Trainer's Mail. Going to allow him to grab that Sycamore and reuse it again if he pleases. We'll see one Steam Up, gonna discard a fire energy from the hand. The second Steam Up, gonna discard a second fire energy in the hand. Floatstone going on to the second Volcanion EX. Burst Seeker for the Sycamore. He has an energy retrieval in his hand. He could play that right now and attach one of those to one of the Volcanions anyways. So probably going to attach it to that Volcanion with no energy, or maybe the baby Volcanion. It's going to attach it to the active actually, which gives him the option to set up for that Steam Artillery. So we see Sycamore discarding the second energy, and oh man, it's a good hand. See a Max Elixir, which will allow Juan to look at the top 6 cards of his deck, attach an energy if he finds one. So we see that Volcanion now with 3 energy on it. He still has access to the Trainer's Mail, maybe another Max Elixir off of that Trainer's Mail. We do see the Hoopa in hand. Probably looking for a Skyfield at this point. Another energy retrieval. Fighting Fury Belt. I believe it's a Floatstone. Gonna grab that second energy retrieval. Probably setting up for another Volcanion to come down. Here we see Hoopa. Gonna allow him to grab 3 X's with that Scoundrel Ring ability. See Volcanion, Salamence. Salamence is another interesting card that can do a ton of damage to these Mega Mewtwo decks if they don't play the matchup correctly. So usually you can just, Scoundrel Ring, grab 2 Mewtwo's and a Shaman, and there's your 4 EX Pokemon on the bench. But with Salamence, Beastly Fang does 50 damage for every EX on your opponent's side of the field. So if you have 4 EXs in play, Beastly Fang is going to hit you for 210 damage, which will knock out your Mewtwo, right? Here we see a third Steam Up. So this baby Volcanion is doing a ton of damage to this Mewtwo. Gonna be able to knock it out actually. So 1, 2, 3, 90, 120, 130, plus the first Steam Up, yeah. So that's that power here for 130 damage. Gonna attach another energy to that Volcanion. We see a double colorless onto Mewtwo, a Trubbish evolving to Garbodor, and we see another Hanem coming down. So Juan's gonna be put down to 4 cards in hand, while Ryan's gonna be able to draw 6. And Ryan needs to find a Spirit Link in Mega Mewtwo this turn. Preferably Mega Mewtwo Spirit Link and a Floatstone for the Garbodor. So we'll see. So back to Salamence. Salamence is probably very problematic for decks that run a lot of EXs like Darkrai, the Mega decks. Not so much a factor against things like Decidueye Vileplume unless you bench all of your Shaman at once, because of course GXs are not EXs, right? So let's see an Ultra Ball. This will allow Ryan to search for either a Mega Mewtwo or maybe a Shaman if he's feeling really lucky, discarding 2 Psychic Energies. I think I do see him eyeing that Shaman. So giving him the best odds of hopefully drawing into the right combination of cards that he needs. So Ryan will shuffle up. He does have a Stadium in hand. He could limit Juan down to 3 bench, or play the Parallel City the other way, limiting himself to 3, but reducing Volcanion's damage output. I think either way he needs to play down the Stadium just so he can draw 1 more card off of that Shaman. And which ways he can decide to go. So he will be limiting Juan's bench down to 3. So Juan's gonna have to decide what to throw away here. Hoopa's gone. Does he want to discard a Volcanion or the baby Volcanion? Yeah. And we'll see a setup drawing 3 cards, I believe. 4 cards, actually. Did Ryan find the Spirit Link? We found an Ultra Ball. Going to discard a Lysander and a Mega Turbo. That kind of hurts, but Ryan needs to find a Mega Mewtwo this turn and a Floatstone. So we see the Mega Mewtwo. Ryan does have another Shaman in hand, but he's not going to be able to play it because of the Paralysis. Or no, he isn't the Paralysis, he's the other way. So Ryan could Shaman again. See a Spirit Link, a Mega Evolve, and then a Shaman, or Mega Turbo actually. Wow, that was a great hand. And then a setup for 6. 2 double colorless, a Trubbish. I don't think we saw the Floatstone yet. I could be wrong. It could be in his hand. Oh, there it is. So there's a Floatstone. Gonna shut off Steam Up. Going to really severely limit Volcanion's damage output. So here we'll see a Psychic Infinity dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 190 damage. So promote a Volcanion with a Floatstone, giving it free retreat. Juan's hand's not looking too great. 3 Fire Energy, a Max Elixir, and a Lysander would seem. So Juan does have the option to bring up a Shaman and take 2 prizes, or he could have brought up Garbodor and taken the 1 prize, but get his abilities back. But looking at his hand, he probably needs the cards off the prizes. His hand's not going to get him too far. So see a Volcanic Heat knocking out that Shaman. Back onto Ryan's turn. He does have that Mega Mewtwo powered up. Trainer's Mail. Gonna find a Spirit Link, not too useful right now. We'll give him an option to have a second Mega Mewtwo, but I think right now you're just gonna ride this current Mega Mewtwo as far as you can, because your opponent only has 2 more prizes left. So we'll see a We're going to look at what resources Juan has left. He has a couple of interesting decisions to make. Does he want to knock out the active Volcanion? Probably. And we'll see Psychic Infinity knocking out that active Volcanion. See him promote. See a baby Volcanion. A Max Elixir. This could get scary really quickly if... Yep, so we'll see a Lysander bringing up that Shaman EX. And Juan will take round 3. So now Juan's currently at 3-0. Ryan now at 2-1. And we'll get to round 4 in a bit. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.